One more day after today to the weekend. Are you excited? I asked if I could work through the weekend, just so that I could make up for a little bit of, I'd say, few miles this week. I haven't been getting as many miles as I would like. So, if they have something for me to do over the weekend, I'm going to work through the weekend. Why not? But for today, we're going down to Minnesota. There and back is about, I don't know, 5 hours or so. Plus, I got to strap it down over there, so it's about a half day's of work if they just got one load for me. That's what I mean. If they got something for me on the weekend, I'll take it. But maybe, if we're lucky, they'll have 2 loads for us today. We can go back and forth twice. That's a full day. I can barely do that on my American hours of service. But on Canadian hours of service, I'm fine. You know what I mean. I can barely get the day. I'm tired. I'm going to have some coffee, and I'm going to go to work.
Look at all that frost, eh? Wow. That looks so nice. These are my favorite days in winter, when you wake up and everything's all frosted over like that. Everything's so white and pure and clean. White. You know, I'd love winter a lot more if it just wasn't so cold, but it's not that bad. Get used to it. It keeps coming every year, you know. People keep telling me, you know, watch out. One day all of this will be a tropical paradise. It will be warm, and everything south of here will be a burning desert. Really? Huh. So what you're saying is, in the future, I'm gonna be able to grow a palm tree in my front yard. And all I gotta do is keep driving this truck. And it'll happen. Huh. Oh, we're bouncing down the road here on the Canadian side still, obviously. You can tell by the shakiness. Getting close to Rosa River, going down Highway 59 into Minnesota. Apparently this is the only load they got for us today. So we only got a half day on Tuesday, a little over a half day yesterday, and a half day today. It's a slow week. So I asked if they could find something for me to go out with further over the weekend. Maybe deliver somewhere on Monday. See what they come up with. Not too sure. If I don't get anything over the weekend, I'm not too happy with this week. I mean, I can't complain. I'm just happy to be working. It could always be worse, right? There could be no work. I'm trying to see it from that point of view. But I was getting kind of comfortable with all the miles I was getting before. Going between BC and Minnesota. That was fun. Maybe they'll find something like that for me to do again. Because all of this little local stuff, back and forth, these half days, they're not going to cut it in the long term, you know what I mean? Who knows, maybe next week will be overly busy. So I'll just enjoy this week as a little bit of a relaxing week. Plus I get to be home more often, so gotta remember that. There's upsides to everything. And just like that, as if it was magic, the roads got smoother. The grass got greener. Wait, there's no grass. The snow got whiter. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the snow's whiter on the other side. I don't know. But the roads are definitely smoother here in Minnesota compared to Manitoba. Like, no comparison. But anyway, here we are in the United States of America. They let us in for a visit once more. We're just going down about another hour south here. Gonna grab some stuff. Actually, we're gonna grab a different trailer that has some stuff on it and leave this empty trailer there. Then we're gonna go back up to Pembina, North Dakota and cross through there. Another friendly border crossing, or a friendly border officer. I like crossing through here in Lancaster, Minnesota. They got very friendly people here too. Now, I haven't had really any bad experiences crossing from Canada into the US. Some officers, we're just waiting for a train here. Yay. Some officers are obviously happier than others to be at work. Others are a little bit more friendly. Others are there not to be your friend. Clearly they're there to protect the border. That's all they care about. And those people I usually find out in from Ontario crossing into Michigan or crossing into Buffalo, New York. That's where I found they take security very seriously. Not to say they don't take it seriously across the entire board, but that's where they, every time I go through there, every time gets searched. Every time they ask 1,000 questions. Maybe it's because I cross through here more often. They can see that on their computers, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure how that all works. They can see that I cross often. And maybe they recognize me then? I don't know. This here is my next load. I'm taking it tonight into Ontario to the middle of nowhere. It's already tarped and strapped for me. That's pretty cool. All I gotta do is hook on and go. Fascinating. Wonder what's underneath there. Guess I should check the paperwork. Looks like that's some pretty sharp corner up there. I hope that doesn't rip through the tarp on the way up there. Whoever tarped it did a very good job. Very good job. Another sharp corner up there. Hopefully that doesn't rip through. Eesh, that looks like it's gonna rip through. Well, let's hope not. Alright, well, let's drop the trailer I have behind me right now. Hook onto this baby and let's go. We are going to Balmerton, Ontario. We're going to Eastern Canada. But the very western side of Eastern Canada. We're just going just through Kenora and a little north. A ways north. We're going to the middle of nowhere. Bringing them a bunch of stuff up there. The Red Lake area. Red Lake, Ontario. You guys know where that is? Way up there. Middle of nowhere. Google it. Middle of nowhere. Balmerton. Bringing them some stuff. Gotta be there for 8 a.m. tomorrow. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, go. Oh, I guess I should put it in the GPS, see how far we actually have to go here. I'll give you an idea of where we're going. Here's the US line. That big truck is right over Winnipeg. There's the Hudson's Bay, Manitoba. We're just going into there, Balmerton. Balmerton, middle of nowhere. Way up there, Balmerton, Ontario. Middle of all these lakes here. End of the road. Apparently that's where the ice road begins, somewhere around there. So I'm bringing this to a station or a yard where they're going to unload it, and then they're going to load it onto a truck that's going to go on the ice roads. I'm not going to go on the ice roads. No thank you. It's not as fun and exciting as they make it look on the TV show. Believe me, that's all Hollywood. You can damage your truck very easy going up there. I'm sure you see that on the ice road truckers. I actually haven't watched the whole show myself, but I've seen some clips of it, and it's rough. It's rough. I don't want to destroy my truck and trailer, so I'll stay on the paved roads. Thank you. I'm a spoiled little southern boy, southern Canadian. I have to double check myself. There's a tridem on this trailer, right? And I'm allowed more weight on the trailer with 3 axles. So I went over the scale here, and it weighed me in pounds, and I was at about 45,500 pounds on my trailer. I'm used to hauling a tandem trailer in the States, where you're only allowed to have 34,000 pounds on the trailer. So this is 12,000 pounds heavier than what I'm used to. So I looked at it and was like, okay, triaxle. I Googled it just to make sure. I'm allowed 21,000 kilograms on the trailer. That's about 46,000 pounds, a little over 46,000 pounds. So we're actually legal on the trailer. And then on the truck, my 2 axles in the back of the truck here, they're holding up at about 37,000 pounds right now. And legally in Canada, I'm allowed to haul 37,500 pounds or 17,000 kilograms on them. So it's a heavy load. Probably one of the heaviest I've ever pulled. Let's do it. We're legal, barely, for Canada. Can't go into the States with this thing. That would be a big ticket. Can you imagine? I'm 12,000 pounds over on my trailer for American American law. And what, 3,500 pounds or 3,000 pounds over on my truck. So all in all, I'm 15,000 pounds overweight for the States. How big of a ticket do you think that would be if I crossed into the States with this? Good thing we're in Canada, it's legal here. We can haul heavier weights up here. We can also drive longer hours. Combine those two together and it means more money. More weight and more hours in the day. It's harder to make money in the States because they have way too many regulations restricting the drivers there. Now they've brought in e-logs yet. That's not a thing up here yet. I mean, I'm on e-logs because I travel into the States. To travel into the States, you have to have an e-log, even if you're a Canadian. But if you just drive the Canada side here, you don't need e-logs. It's a lot easier to be a truck driver up here and make money. There's also longer distances to drive up here too. Cities are much further apart. Just did the math. I'm sitting at a gross vehicle weight right now of about 94,000 pounds. So I'm actually 14,000 pounds overweight to go into the States. Good times. This should be fun once we hit the Ontario hills. And we topped off our tanks. And we pointed our nose east. We're on Trans-Canada, east of Winnipeg right now. Just left Deacon's Corner. If you're familiar with the area, just east of Winnipeg. We have 480 kilometers to go to our destination. A little bit of a bumpy road here. Yikes. Hey, yikes. 1 second. We're almost at the smoother part. Hold on. Put your seatbelts on, people. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. There. Okay. A little bit smooth. Oh, come on, truck. Pull! Pull! You're only 94,000 pounds. Come on! A little heavier than I'm used to. So like I was saying, 480 kilometers to go. Now I'm delivering to some kind of like empty, what looks like an empty sand pit. They're gonna meet me there in the morning, unload me, and load it onto a different truck that's going further north with it, I think. So apparently I can just go there and sleep overnight. But do I want to go into northern Ontario to the middle of nowhere and park in the middle of nowhere in the dark all night? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think anything would happen, but I don't know if that's a good idea. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna spend the night yet. But it's at least 5.5 hours of just driving ahead of me tonight yet, so I got some time to think about it. And the scale house is closed here at the Manitoba-Ontario border. We're about to cross into eastern Canada and cross the line. Somewhere up here. I haven't actually been in Ontario for months. Months and months, since well before I went to this regional flatbed route. So the last time I was in Ontario, I was still pulling vans. Well, it's the next morning. Oh, this is a narrow bridge. Woo! Wow. Okay, we made it. We made it. Almost at the customer here, where we're gonna end this vlog. But I figured I just wanted to quickly show you where we ended up in the daylight. This is, we're going pretty much to the end of the road, I believe, and then this turns into an ice road, but we're not going that far. This is way in the middle of nowhere. Further north than I've ever been in this part of Ontario. I don't know what they're doing, but they're, looks like they're probably building hydro lines or something, like electric lines, probably from like a power dam up north, down south. It's just like a huge construction project. I've already been driving up here like 60 miles into this nothingness, and there's still more nothing. It's crazy. I went to the site where I was supposed to unload, like they gave me a map, right? And they gave me directions to where I was supposed to unload. Turns out, no. I gotta go over an hour further into the middle of nowhere. They want to unload there. All right, sounds good. Let's do it. Oh, it's bumpy too, bumpy. I think there's gravel underneath this ice here. Very bumpy road. So I'm going to end the vlog here. You'll have to tune in tomorrow to see if we make it. Hopefully we don't fall off the road or get lost. I'll see you tomorrow.